CSK were looking for a captain to replace MS Dhoni after his retirement at the end of the year, and they decided to give the reins to Jadeja at the start of the season. Jadeja was the perfect choice. If you look at CSK's team list, there's no better man for the job. He was given 2 months to prepare for this assignment, where he went away and got the tools that he thought would help him to do the job to the best of his ability. He lacked experience, has not captained a major team before, and he's taking over the captaincy of one of the biggest franchises India has ever seen. Chennai are the second most successful team in IPL history. They've got a huge fan base. He's going to be under so much scrutiny, and he's taking over from one of the world's best captains in MS Dhoni. That is a huge responsibility. CSK and Jadeja felt that the transition was going to go smoothly, where Jadeja was able to get the tuition and help from MS Dhoni behind the stumps. But when it came time for MS Dhoni to let the leash off and leave him to his own devices, the pressure started to mount on his shoulders. Decision-making started to go astray. He couldn't help his bowlers out, helping them make the right decisions, getting the right fields in those pressure situations. And when it came to his own performances, because he was thinking about everyone else, he couldn't concentrate on his main role as a bowler. His economy rate went up and he couldn't pick up the wickets, and he started dropping catches. Also, his batting disappeared as well. You've got one of the best all-rounders the world has ever seen. He's the best all-rounder going around right now. He's the centerpiece of CSK's lineup. So you have to take the pressure away from him. We've learnt now that Jadeja is not right for the role, but he is a leader in his own right. When he's relaxed, he's playing well, he provides that energy, he provides a team spirit, and he's the jovial member that they need to keep that energy up. So sometimes you lead in different ways. So MS Dhoni had to take over the role. Now that MS Dhoni's taken over the role, who is going to be MS Dhoni's replacement at the end of the year if he doesn't change his mind and play on? Because I can't see a player on CSK's team list that can captain the team effectively and efficiently. They'll have to go to the auction next year to find a player of captaining ability. And to try and find an Indian to do the job is going to be hard, because all the best Indian T20 players are already assigned to other franchises. They'll have to go to an international player. And this is going to be quite difficult to find the player that can captain the team effectively that will fit in to the balance and the game plan that CSK already have. But CSK, the management, should have been thinking about this when they went to the auction this year. There was a small inkling that MS Dhoni wasn't going to play on. And if that was the case, they should have been going hard after an Indian player to take over the reins from MS Dhoni. But in hindsight, I look back and I feel sorry for Jadeja. There's been personnel that have been missing, Chahar with the ball. So Jadeja effectively hasn't had the full quota of players in the squad that are available to take the field. So that's put extra pressure on him. But at the end of the day, CSK are on the back foot. They've made the move. They've had a win. Have they got a chance to get back into this tournament and have a chance getting back into the finals? We'll wait and see. Make sure you get your comments downstairs. Am I right with the comments with Jadeja? Or are there other aspects of Jadeja that could have made him a better captain, or he shouldn't have done the job at the start? I'd like to hear from you. While we're talking about all-rounders captaining teams, let's talk about Ben Stokes captaining the English Test team. A lot of you asked me to talk about other teams. Here we go. Ben Stokes taking over the position left vacant from Joe Root is the obvious choice. He's got the best cricket brain in England at the moment. But there are some things that the English management have to watch out for. Ben Stokes plays all 3 formats. Ben Stokes is an all-rounder, and when he comes on to bowl, he's bowling 140 plus most of the time, and he's putting in 100% effort. And now that he's captain, and because he's a strong leader and wants to lead from the front, how are they going to control how much he bowls out in the middle? Because that will put duress on his body and put him in the red zone of injury risk. Also, he likes to take an odd break to mentally recharge the batteries. Nothing wrong with that. Every player needs to do that. So they're going to have to be careful in where Ben Stokes plays, what tournament he plays, and getting him prepared for World Cups, and then giving him a break to make sure he is fresh and at his best when they come to the Test arena, because there's going to be so much pressure on him with the ball, bat, in the field and leading his charges. I think he's the only all-rounder in the world at the moment that can do the job, and I think he's going to do it effectively. But do you agree those issues that I talked about are going to be too much for him? And are you worried about the vice captain that they have to lead the team if he gets injured? So England, they've made the right choice, but have they got the depth in the leadership to take it forward? Thanks very much for joining me on Hogs Vlog. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down the track for another Hogs Vlog, but keep enjoying the cricket that's on the telly right now.